Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay. And this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. DeAndre Carter returning it. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Rodgers. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punt team now as this one sent away. Abdullah to return. There's the flash of Abdullah. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
9-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Credit Zadarius Smith, able to get through and make that tackle for a loss. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Flushed out right. Now he's going to let it go deep, right sideline. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Good for a green.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. Jones has it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And not much running room. Down to the 32.
He's tackled at the
just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up second.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And nothing but daylight ahead. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
They get this out left, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tajay Sharp, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Carter now on the return. Able to push his way through. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Tackle made by Mike.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
On the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's got Adams on the hookup. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 34. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Caught by Jones. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. He'll find DeGuara complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. First and 10 right at the 20. A first down run here by Jones as he'll take it forward for a gain of about 4.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Vikings 7, Packers nothing.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. DeAndre Carter, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Return. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And a ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Cousins. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Now, he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
On the tackle.
Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Vikings.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Dancing to his left. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A good pickup there at 22.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They go play action. Cousins. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Cousins pass.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. But Dalvin Cook's best game of 2019 came against these Packers. It was in week 2 early in the season, but he had 154 yards and a touchdown on the ground, though his Vikings actually wound up falling 21-16 at Lambeau. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Madison, the Viking ball.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Running for it. Here's Cook. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players than football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Danielle Hunter in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Take over 1st and 10 at the Packers' 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 3rd and 4.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. He's got Smith here. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First down, Minnesota.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Running from the shotgun with Madison. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw, Cousins. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Herb Smith Jr. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Before that last pass, 2 interceptions had already been thrown. And this last one tipped in the air, which means everyone on defense is almost fighting each other in order to get to the football to try and make it a 3rd. Once you've thrown a couple, it's almost like a swarm of bees going after the ball. And in this case, they weren't able to get there before it fell to the ground.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And some space here. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
By the Vikings.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Lets it fly for Thielen. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big pickup of 38. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
His kick is good.
And they got the extra point.
Makes the score.
And it's now 21-7.
Packers 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
He's going to go deep for Funchess. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Following the interception, Cousins. That's complete to Sharp. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
10 yards on the pickup.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down the middle. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On the return, the Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Well, the second down throw on target. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Play action now. Cousins. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. Brings up ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off at the 45. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one. They took it all the way.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
It's a gain of 10.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll run on first down. Cook. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
A gain of 16.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
Rodgers pass. Complete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and
working from the gun. Rodgers. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
First down.
First down. Here's Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Second down and goal. Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And my goodness, another interception. Carlton Davis picks it. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20, 10. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Boy, just as they thought they were going to add to their lead, the rug gets pulled from right underneath them on that pick. And now after that big return, might be the other sideline grabbing the lead.
Yeah, very well could be. This is where you count on your defense to go out and make, I'm not going to call it a miraculous stop, but make it very difficult for them to get the ball in the end zone.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Good job there defensively to push them back on first down. I'm not sure if this is 4-down territory or not because they can kick the field goal and get it back within a score, but you know that's not what they're thinking right now. A field goal has to be their last option.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense.
From the gun, Rodgers to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's Jones. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. A gain of 7 might change the thought process here as they have some options on 4th and goal. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. Back now at Lambeau. Or the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for them. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Brought down at the 23-yard line.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it second down.
2nd and 6.
Throwing is Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 10.
This has been all that we'd hoped for. 2 of the game's all-time great QBs slugging it out in a one-score game here in the second half. 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Here's Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
22 yards there, a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Thrown away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
2-yard.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him, and he was able to break that play up before he could get started.
Bailey's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them the first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
At the 34-yard line.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Mike, plant. Check 55. Hey, 626. Mike 55.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Rodgers. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. So the Vikings bringing the offense back onto the field. They'll go for 2 here. Cook, they'll try and run it. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
35. Packers 21.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Carter now on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
Aaron Jones, the ball carrier.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
At the 31-yard line.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Aaron Jones. He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.